Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
Ahoy, race fans, and welcome aboard. Tonight, Pirate Broadcasting drops anchor at Talladega. I'll tell you, we're going to have a lot of fun. This is where we found the SRU Dave Bush Cup racing season. I'll tell you, season 19 of the Dave Bush Cup series. Imagine that, 19 seasons here, and we're back for another one. We're going to add in stage racing this year. Imagine that. They may have to bring out the big guns for this one as we wait and see who will make it around this track and who will be swimming with the fishes with Davy Jones' locker at the end of the race. All right, so this is what we've got here now, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Talladega Dave Bush Cup Series Racing, Sim Racing Unleashed. We are going to put on a show. I'll tell you right now, we've got some guys out there that are doing some qualifying laps. They're going to try to get things done. They're going to try to get it working the way they want it to work. They've been out there practicing for a while. I'll tell you, they had Robbie Stewart Jr. He was the fastest car during practice. Kyle Heath was second quick. Al Likens was third fastest on the track. But that is during practice. That's nothing to do with qualifying. They're going to go out. They're going to do a little bit of qualifying right there now. Looks like Jason Haney right now is the fastest car on the track for the qualifying. But we got all these other guys out here now trying to see if they can get something happening and get themselves up higher in the leaderboard. Right now, Jeff Gilmore, he's down about 23rd position, so he's got to get a couple laps in to see if he can get moved up the leaderboard. Keith Hobart, Keith has just topped the leaderboard in the 19 Mazda Racing machine. He is going to be on the pole position unless someone can knock him off the pole. Alex Miller's right there in second place. He's going to try to get up there. He's going to try to take that position away from Keith, if he possibly can. Jeff Gilmore, he went from 23rd all the way up to 3rd quick in that Miller High Life 57. So we're going to watch and see how these guys get around the track. We got to get some more qualifying in. But I will tell you where we are right now. Race information, we are at Talladega Super Speedway, 2.66 miles long. It is boasting a 83-degree track temperature. The ambient weather up in the grandstands, it's 71 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not too bad. There's 72% humidity. It's overcast today with 9-mile-an-hour winds. Usually on the short tracks, the 9-mile-an-hour winds don't really matter a whole lot. But on this track, 2.5 miles, you get down those back straightaway especially, that 9-mile-an-hour wind might come into play. So we're going to have to watch and see how that all plays out. So right now, Jeremiah Nelson, he is the fastest car on the track. He just turned the fastest lap. So he is your pole sitter for the moment. We're going to have to wait and see who else is going to move up and see if they can get past him. Fred Pennington, he is out there right now. He has moved up in the 4th position. Mike O'Yaro, he is up in the 3rd. Let's see who else we have there. Dylan Picklesimmer, he just moved up into 2nd place in that one machine. That Coca-Cola #1, he has just moved up into 2nd place. But so far, it's Jeremiah Nelson that is sitting on the pole. So we're going to have to wait and see. Smoke McLovin saying, wait till the 5 car is back next week. We're going to see what he can do when he comes back next week. What do you think? Racing Jason's in the YouTube channel as well. Let's go SDR. We've got a few guys out here still trying to get some laps down. There's the 9, Jason Haney. I was wondering about that paint job. I couldn't quite bring that paint job up there earlier, but I see he's got the proper paint job now. Had to redo the trading paints a few times to get the proper paint job, because for some reason he was driving my personal car when I looked at the track cars earlier. So he's up in the 7th position right now. We're just waiting for these guys to get a few more laps down. They're just doing their drivers meeting, and we are going to get this thing underway once again. Looks like Jeremiah Nelson is going to grid up. Let's see if I can get a good camera angle. We're just going to get these guys gridding. Waiting for the rest of them to get onto the track. We got a few of the guys farther back. They're all getting back there. But Jeremiah Nelson is the fastest car on the track here tonight. We're just waiting for Brandon Sheets, Mike O'Yaro, Jason Haney, a few others to get onto the track. And we'll get this thing underway at Talladega. It's going to be a lot of fun, let me tell you. You gotta love a big track. All the tightness, one guy makes a mistake. Will he involve a whole bunch of cars, or will it be a single car spin? It's hard to say. They're waiting for Brandon Sheets to get out. But as it stands right now, we'll bring up the grid. Here we go. Jeremiah Nelson on the point. Dylan Picklesimmer is in the 2nd place. Row 2, we have Brandon Sheets, Michael Yarrow. Row 3, Fred Pennington, Jeff Gilmore. Row 4, Jason Haney, Keith Hurlbert. Row 5, Alex Miller, Chris Pfaff. Row 6, Kyle Heath, Brandon Hartwell. Row 7, Zach Rongitz, Jim Comensberger. Row 8, Robert Lawson, Robbie Stewart Jr. Row 9, Nate Webb, Paul Cohen. Row 10, David Neese, Barry Twitchell. Row 11, Mark Koscheck, Jason Adams. Row 12, Robert Chiswick, Al Likens. That would be the field for tonight. I don't see Paul Cohen or the 24 of Al Likens on the field right now. Not quite sure where they are. We're just getting going here now. We're going to watch and see how these guys come around the track. There we are riding along with Jeremiah Nelson. Now up across the top, you're going to see our ticker. That's going to tell you where your favorite driver is at any given time. We have our action alerts on. That'll pop up. Barry Twisher got set to the end of the longest line, obviously. Down in the lower left-hand corner, you will see whoever I happen to be looking at right now, Jeremiah Nelson, sitting on the roof of his car, following the pace car. Upper right-hand corner, as always, you have the track map. You can see where your favorite driver is at any given time on the track map. Alrighty, let's get rid of this here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I left that up. I left that up the other night there, too. They were sending me messages saying, hey, get rid of that. And again, Smoke McLovin said the logo's still on the screen. Oh, I'm going to have to stop putting the logo up. That's all there is to it. Alrighty, here we go, folks. We are getting around the track here now. There's the 48, Jeremiah Nelson. He is leading the pack down the track. They are going around turns 3 and 4. Looking really good right now. The pace car is going to pull off. And then we will go up and get the 19th season underway. There's Barney with his flag in his hand, up in the flag stand, ready to get it going. See the cars in the distance. They're coming up on the restart zone. Dylan Picklesimmer in the 1. 48, Jeremiah Nelson. Side by side, door to door. Flag is in the air. We are racing at Talladega. Here we go. The 2's got a good push on the back end of the 48 there, seeing what they can do to get up there, move ahead as best as they possibly can. A little bit farther back, you can see the 22. Kyle Heath is back there at 13. The 24 of Jason Adams, he's moving up. They're all maintaining side-by-side racing, 2 lanes of traffic at this moment in time. But that Jeremiah Nelson machine, he is out in front. He has got the 1, Dylan Picklesimmer, and the 7 of Michael Yarrow. They're all in that high side. They're trying to get it going. Meanwhile, the 2, Brandon Sheets, he is back there. He is hoping that Jeff Gilmore and them will get up there behind him and give him a little bit of a push. Jeff Gilmore's on the outside of him right now, but he can't. He's kind of hoping he was going to come down, but he didn't come down. Jeff may take a look to come down in front of him, though. Or he may stay with the high line and try to ride that line out. Looks like Jeff's looking to come down. Not going to happen this time by. There's Chris Paff, though. Chris went down. He went down to the low side. Everyone else is looking. There we go. There's the 3. He went down. The 19's going to drop down as well. The high side's still staying up there. Jeff Gilmore, not quite sure where he wants to go in that 57. Looks like he's going to take the low side as well. Take the extra draft off that high line. That may slow the high line down a little bit. There's the 19, Jeff Gilmore sliding into the middle. Jason Adams, he is going to the front of the inside line. He's looking good up there. Everyone is doing a really good job at this moment in time, working their way through the crowd. Let's see if we can take a look back a little bit further. Fred Pennington is back there. He's back there in the 8. He's pushing the 38. Kyle Heath is back there in the 13. David Neese is back there. He is back there in the back, just kind of riding along right now. Doesn't want to lose the draft. Last thing you want to do at Talladega is lose the draft. Then you are in trouble. As you can see, though, nobody's behind him. He is the car on the back end in that Mountain Dew machine. But he's looking pretty good back there so far. He just needs to make sure he does not lose the draft. All right, going back up to the leader. There we go. Jeremiah Nelson's got a really good run going. He's looking really good on the high side. The low lane is not picking up the pace like they should be doing. They are still back about 3 to 4 car lengths back on that low line, trying to get it going, trying to make it happen. All right, let's go up and see. There's a good angle. You take a look, the 48, the 1, the 7, the 57, they're all on the high side. They're all looking good. There's Jeff Gilmore in the 57. He's going to look low on the inside of the 7 now. He's going to drop on down, see if he can make that low line work for him. They are all looking really good. Lap 4 out of 94. We're only doing 94. It's not an even number here tonight. We're doing 94 laps. Just a reminder here, folks, just to let you know, we are doing 94 laps here tonight. We have 70% fuel, which is somewhere between 21, 22 laps, somewhere in that vicinity. We have 0 fast repairs. If you break it, you got to fix it. You cannot drive in the pits, hit a magical button, and ooh, I got a new car. Not happening. You've got to sit there and get your mechanics and your body men to beat and thrash on the car to get it fixed up so you can go back into racing once again. We have 3 tire changes. We got 4 altogether. 1 set on the car to start the race. You can go in 3 times. Whoa, we're getting loose. There we go. Jeff Gilmore. Let's see who else is in that. Oh, we got a lot of cars. 38's in it. We got a lot of stuff going on. Here we go. Let's go back, take a look, see if we can see where the heck this all started from. I did not get my cursor up to say this is where the race problem started. We're following along here. It was Jeff Gilmore was involved with the 18. Let's take a look. The 8 was involved, I believe, Fred Pennington. Looks like Jeff Gilmore might have got hit from behind. He went up. Got a little bit of a hit. 18, the 8, the 38. They're all involved. Fred Pennington's going in. He's hitting the inside wall. Zach Rogic, he's in the 38. He went down, slid up, though, in front of Jason Adams. Just then caught the tail end of him. Excuse me. Then the 3 got into him. That wasn't good. The 22 almost tagged the 24. A lot of action going on the track right off the bat. Excuse me. All right, let's go back up to live. There's your leader, Jeremiah Nelson. Just hang out a second there, folks. I gotta go turn a fan on. We get her awfully warm up here in the booth up here tonight. And I'll tell you, all this action just adding to the heat. I'll tell you, we're gonna get a lot of heat here at Talladega. I just know we are. And if nothing else, we know that the SRU Dave Bush Cup Series drivers can bring the heat. They can stand it, but they can also bring it. There we go. The 48 is coming in. He's going to get some service. He shouldn't be taking tires yet. Just going to be fuel. And away he goes, back out onto the track. All right. There he goes, back out onto the track once again. That would put Barry Twitchell. Barry Twitchell did not go into the pits, so he's still riding around, but that will slide him up into first position. Jeremiah Nelson, everyone else looks like they pretty much came into the pits, so Jeremiah Nelson got a little splash of gas. He is back out. He's going to come up behind Barry. Bill Pickle-Simmons right behind him. Jim Coleman'sberger, he's going to come out in fourth position. Nate Webb in fifth. Robert Chiswick is in sixth. Michael Yarrow seventh. Chris Paff is in 8th, Kyle Heath is in 9th, and Brandon Cheats is rounding out the top 10. They all went into the pits for a splash of fuel. I'll tell you, that may come back and bite Barry Twitchell a little bit later on. Does Barry and Mike regret not coming in for some fuel? We're going to see if we can take a quick look at the cars here, folks. There is the 20 Spectrum of Barry Twitchell. Good-looking car. Jeremiah Nelson, he's driving the Ally, number 48. Dylan Picklesimmer, Coca-Cola, number 1. Jim Coleman'sberger, Dr. Pepper in the 11. Nate Webb, the 18. M&M's, Kyle Busch throwback car. Michael Yarrow in the 7. Body Armor Sports Drink. Chris Paff, Cheerwine, always the 22, always a sharp-looking car for Chris. Kyle Heath in the 13, Tigers. Brandon Sheets in the Valvoline car, number 2. Brandon Hartwell in the 25, the Red Bull car. Jason Haney in the 9, that's the Napa car. That's kind of like the winter camouflage snowflake type car, I like to call it. Then we have Alex Miller in the 49, that's the Black Rifle Coffee Company car. Then we have, behind him, David Deese. He's in the 27 Mountain Dew. Robbie Stewart Jr. in the Budweiser car, number 3. Keith Hobart in the 19. That's always a good-looking car that Keith brings along. That's the Mazda racing car. Then we have Jason Adams, always the 24. Jeff Gordon throwback flame job. Mark Koschek in the 33. That's the IBM car. Jeff Gilmore, Miller High Life, 57. Robert Chiswick, always in his Harley Davidson car, number 6. Kyle Heath in the 13. He's driving the Tigers. Robert Lawson in the 47. He's got definite front end damage on that Ford. That's a Ford Mustang. Red carpet lease, I believe that says. Yes, it does. And then we have Fred Pennington driving the Coors Light. You got the Trans Am look on that thing. Zach Rongich, he is in the pits right now. I'm not quite sure where. There he is. National Guard 38. Al Likens is not on the field, and neither is Paul Cohen. Okay, Barry Twitchell. He is at the front of the pack. He is going to try to get it done. Let's go up and take a look and see how he's going to do. Is he going to be quick enough to get off the start line with Jeremiah Nelson? Jeremiah Nelson's a pretty fast car right now here tonight. So far, again, he's got fresh tank of fuel. He does not have tires, though. All right, got to go up to Barney in the flag stand. They're still coming around the corner. They got a little ways to go. Still waiting for the pace car to get off. Just going around turns 3 and 4. They're looking good back there. Well, turn 4 exit. All right, let's go up to Barney in the flag stand. These guys are going to be coming around the try over here. You can see them in the distance. The pace car is off. Barry Twitchell, Jeremiah Nelson, who is going to be the fastest off the start of this flag. There we go. The flag's in the air. We're racing once again. There we go. Side by side, the 48's right there. You got the Valvoline number 11 right behind him, trying to push that high line, get it out a little bit farther ahead than the inside line. The 1 and the 20 are both trying to get it going. One's right on the back bumper, trying to push if he possibly can. He can't get much tighter than that. Take a look right behind him. You see them all right there. They're all coming. The 2 Valvoline cars right up there. That's a Dr. Pepper, the 11. I apologize. I was looking at the Valvoline car. Similar paint job. Here we go. Oh, big drop out by the 1. The 1 Dylan Picklesimmer. He just did a big slide out to the outside line up in front of Jeremiah Nelson. That gave them a little bit more horsepower. Jeremiah Nelson's right on the back bumper. He is pushing. He is trying to make it happen. You got the 11 shoved out to the outside now. He is out there by himself, out there in no man's land, looking to see if he can find a hole to get back down. He is slowly sliding farther back as we get closer and closer. There he goes. He's going to be able to get in there now. He's looking, trying to see if he can find a way to get close in there, but he had to wait for the gap. Meanwhile, Dylan Picklesimmer, Jeremiah Nelson, Michael Yarrow, they are all up in front doing a good job on that outside line. Meanwhile, you have got the inside line there. 18 Nate Webb. He is trying to push Barry Twitchell up to the front if he possibly can. Trying to see if he can get up there. The Spectrum car is doing all he can possibly do to see if he can get up to the front. Once again, he's got the guys right there beside him. He's got 3 cars out in front. door to door with the 2. Brandon Sheets is right there beside him. They're trying to see if they can get up there. He needs a little bit more of a push from that 18 right behind him. He's trying to get it going. Meanwhile, up in front, he is slowly starting to pull ahead, but not enough, not fast as the outside line is. The outside line is definitely moving a lot quicker. So it all depends on the day, it depends on the car, it depends on who is out there, and whether the outside line can be a little bit faster than the inside line. You're usually more comfortable on the inside line, but when the outside line is working, it works good. It works really good. All right, FP2891 says, let's go. We've only got a few people here on the YouTube channel here tonight. Meanwhile, the 20, the 18, the 22, they're all slipping back. They need to get it hooked up. They need to get something going if they possibly can. Alex Miller back there in the 49, he's on the inside. He's about the fifth car back. He wants to see if he can get up there. Then we go back a little bit farther. Mark Kojic, he is back there. Take a look from his roof cam. He's losing the draft on the outside line. He's just kind of riding along. He's right there beside the 57. He's starting to catch up on the outside of the line to the back end of 24, Jason Adams. Trying to catch the draft, get the speed up. If he possibly can, take out the look at the back. There is Robert Chiswick. He is right there behind him. Trying to give Mark a little bit of a push. He's the only car one back. The inside line is a little bit farther back, but you can see the outside line is definitely moving a lot better than the inside line is right now. We are at lap 14 out of 94. We've got 80 more laps of this to go. I'll tell you, we're going to have to watch and see how this is going to play out. Got a few cars that are all starting to drop down to the inside line now. Dylan Pickelsimmer is looking on the inside, leaving a bunch of the guys out on the outside. The 11, the 24, they're all on the outside lane, just trying to see if they can get something happening. We're looking at 3 wide now, folks. They're trying to get things happening. Go back a little bit further in the pack. They settle back into 2 lanes. There's the 47, Robert Lawson. He is back there. Unfortunately, he lost the draft. He is right now 17 seconds behind the leader. No drafting help. He is going to slip back faster and faster until he possibly could be lapped. I bet you he's just hoping and praying for a caution up in front. These guys start making mistakes. But right now, they're all looking really good. We got a little bit of a mix-up back here. The 11, the 20, the 3, the 24, they're all back there side by side. They were a little bit loose, you might say, but they seem to be settling back down into 2x2 racing right now. Meanwhile, up in front, they are doing a good job. Lap 16 out of 94. Now, again, Barry Twitchell did not pit, so make note of that, because 21 laps, Barry Twitchell, he is going to have to take a look at coming into the pits. He's following the 24 right there now, but he is going to have to come into the pits. We'll take a look at the pit strategy. Barry Twitchell's been out there for 16 laps. Everyone else has been out there for only 9. So Barry's going to have to come in another lap or two. Probably, well, within 4 or 5 laps, he's going to have to come into the pits to get some fuel, because he will be running out. Now, with 3 sets of tires in the pits, he'll probably come in, grab a set of tires, I would think. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. And don't forget, we have a stage break this year. This season, season 19, Dave Bush Cup Series, we have stage breaks. The stage break tonight, here at Talladega, lap 35. The yellow is going to fly once we get done lap 35. So, that's something else to bear in mind. These guys are all going to try to go around the track, see if they can get around lap 35 before they need to come in for another pit stop. We'll wait and see if it will happen. It may not. They may be coming in early. They may come in beforehand. But right now, these guys are all sliding back a little bit farther, but we do have 3 wide up here in the middle of the pack. It's a little sketchy sometimes when you get 3 wide, especially when you're on the outside or in the middle. They do have 3 definite lines of racing here at Talladega, but when you're on the track, it looks a little bit tighter than that. All right, looks like they're going to fade back a little bit. They're going to get back into 3 wide racing. We're going to go back and take a look at that 18, Nate Webb. Jump in with the cockpit of him. He's down on the low side there now. Looking good in that M&M's machine. They're all back to 2x2 racing once again. Outside line is doing a good job. Trying to stay ahead. Look at where Chris Path is. Just wanted to take a quick look. He's back there in the 15th position, 22. The cheer wine car. He's doing pretty good. Again, it's all about biding your time here at Talladega. You do not want to rush and go fast. You don't need to be out in front. But at the same time, if there is a big one, you do not want to get caught up in it. That's the problem. You could get caught up in the big one, and that will be all she wrote. Once again, we do not have fast repairs. If you damage your car, you're going to be sitting in the pits trying to get it fixed up. Meanwhile, Robert Lawson, he is still back there. He is actually not that far in front of the leaders. You look at the battle box up front, you have got Robert Lawson. He's only about, well, a little over 5.5 seconds ahead of the leader. So he's going to have to do some pedaling. You can just see him go around the corner. If you go on to Dylan's roof cam, you might be able to see in the distance. You can just see Robert Lawson way in the distance, but he is catching him quick. There's a good shot right there. Everyone else is spaced out. They're all looking quite good. But there you can see, right now, you can see Robert Lawson, plain as day. He is right there on the inside line. The leader is going to have to try to get around him. They're going to come up, going to go on the high side, go around Lawson. Lawson's going to stay on the low side. Everyone's going to try to get around him best they can. Have to go back and take a look. Robert Lawson is staying down the low side, letting everyone go by him. Doing a good job. He's back with the pack now, so he should be able to keep up the pace. Quite possibly. We'll have to wait and see. Again, the draft means everything at Daytona, Talladega, Michigan. Oh, we got a car in the wall. The 3. Just half. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got a lot of cars off the track. Chris Miller crashed. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. We're gonna try to get up in the. We'll try to go up in the. Let's go up in this one. We'll take a look, see what happened. There's Alex Miller in the 49. He's down the low side. There is the 25 and the 3. They get into it first of all. Then they got. Then he got into the 22. Chris Path. The 25 is hurt. Man, he went for a ride. Then we had the 47, the 18, the 27. They're all getting into it as well. Man, oh man, this is not. It's not a big one, but it's a good size one without a doubt. Well, let's go back and take a look at Brandon Hartwell. Let's see how this all started. See if we can back this up just a little bit. It all happened with Brandon. We're just going to ride along here. See if I can get a good camera angle on Brandon. Might be able to see it from there. Let's ride along. He's in the 25. They're 3 wide. Now let's Barry Twitchell. He might have come down a little bit, or the 3's cut down a little bit to stay off the 20. Whatever. The 3 and the 25 get into each other. The 25 got sideways down in the front of Jason Adams. Then he went sliding up the track. Oh, into the wall hard. That's going to hurt. The 22 got into the front of him. There's Robbie Stewart up against the wall, riding against the wall. Looks like he's going to be, well, he's going to still catch the back end of the 25. No, I guess not. Brandon Hartwell is in trouble. Oh, there's Mark Kozik. He was trying to stay low. He was trying to avoid everything. Brandon came down, got into the side of him, put him sideways. Holy smokes. Lots of action here, folks, here tonight. Let's go back up with the leader. There you go. I was saying that they're going to have to come in. Barry Twitchell's got to come in for fuel, so on and so forth. Well, I'll tell you, just about everybody has come in to the pits. Right now, Dylan Picklesimmer is out there, Jeremiah Nelson, Brandon Sheets, and Keith Hurlbert, Michael Yarrow. He's coming out of the pits. He's going to jump in the back of these guys. Man, oh man, that was not good for the drivers here at Talladega, because we've got a lot of good cars that were involved in that. Man, Alex Miller is still in the pits. Take a look and see if I can get a good camera angle. Alex Miller's still in the pits. Robbie Stewart Jr. is in the pits. Look at the damage on the front end of that car. That front wheel is pushed back. I would say he's beating and banging on trying to get it done. Brandon Hartwell, that front end is really messed up in that car. David Neese doesn't look too bad. Nate Webb, he doesn't look too bad. He's still in the pits. Chris Pfaff, though. Chris was involved. He doesn't look too terribly bad either. So we're going to have to wait and see. Robert Lawson, he's back there. But out in front, the number 1, Dylan Picklesimmer, he is your leader at this moment in time. We've got a bunch of guys. Okay, Nate Webb's coming out of the pits. He's getting out of the pits. The 22 still in, the 27 still in, 49 to 3, the 25, they're all still in there. Zach Rongich, I believe he's out. He's in trouble. He's gone. Chris Pfaff, he's coming back out in the 22. So he's coming out. He's looking pretty good. David Neese, he's coming out as well, 27. Trying to get out before the cars get around the track. They do not want to go down a lap. Robert Lawson's coming in. Fred Pennington's coming in as well. Got to get a little bit of service done, maybe a splash of gas. Fill up on that Sunoco fuel. Alex Miller, Robbie Stewart, Brandon Hartwell, they're still all in pit lane. Meanwhile, the lights are off in the pace car. We're going to get this thing happening once again. Go down, take a look. Here they are coming around the corner. Going in through turns 1 and 2. They all look pretty good. Here they are coming around turn 2 here now. A long gap between these cameras. Field doesn't look quite as big as it did before. Coming down the backstretch, we still get a lot of cars. It looks like we only have about 16 cars out on the track at this moment in time. A few cars are coming out of the pits. The 22's catching up. The 27's catching up. The 47, the 49, and the 3 are still all in pit lane. All still trying to get some service done if they possibly can. Again, the lights are off of the pace car. They're all trying to get around the corners, get their cars ready to go, moving back and forth, trying to get the tires cleaned off, trying to get them ready to race as fast as they possibly can go once they get back onto the track. Racing once again. Everyone's looking pretty good there. Going to see the pace car. Pace car is going to pull off here, coming down towards pit lane. They're all looking really good. Coming down around the last dog leg. Go back up to Barney in the flag stand. You can see them. They are at the restart zone. Barney's going to drop the flag. Here we go, Barney. Drop it. Let us go. Dylan Picklesilver, Jeremiah Nelson. They are up in front. They are trying to get it done. The 1, the 2, the 7 on the inside. The 48, the 19, and the 9 all on the outside. Trying to make something happen if they possibly can. Who is going to pull away the winner as far as getting off the line, getting around the track? It looks like the 1, but the 48 has got a definite run on the outside. The 19 is giving them a good shove. They are locking nose to tail on the inside line. The 1, the 2, and the 7, they are locked in. They are trying to get it going if they possibly can. Take a look, Brandon Sheets. Take a look on his roof cam. You can see he was right there. He's going to go on to the back front straight away. He's going to get right in there. He's going to lock that bumper right into the rear bumper of that Camaro. Trying to give him a shove. Can't quite get it done. Meanwhile, right behind him, he's got that Yarrow machine just right there pushing him. Big one, Michael Yarrow. He is right there. He's pushing that Valvoline. He's trying to get him up there. Trying to give him a bump draft as best he can. You got to hit it straight on, though. You do not want to hit him crooked. Take a look right there. You got cars coming up on the inside, the outside. They're all over the place. Man, I tell you, these guys are really, really trying to see who can get up there as fast as they possibly can. We got a lot of guys, though. We still got Alex Miller and Robbie Stewart. They're still in the pits. Kyle Heath is back out, but we've got a couple cars that are still in the pits trying to get the repairs done if they possibly can. Brandon Hartwell, I believe Brandon Hartwell's out of the race altogether. Yeah, he's gone. So, unfortunately for Brandon, there's the 1, there's the 48. They are all right there trying to get moved ahead as best they can. They're in the outside lane. That outside lane tonight is working really, really well. I'm quite surprised how well that outside lane is working, actually. Coming into turn 3. We're on turns 3 and 4. Turn 4, they look really good coming through there. Going off. Down along the front straightaway into the dog leg. They are all looking really good. No problem at all. But that 1 is getting a good shove from the 48, Jeremiah Nelson, and the 19. Keith Hurlbert is right there as well. They're all just nose to tail, trying to see if they can make something happen to get that line going and make it gone. They do not want to deal with the guys on the inside lane at all. They want to get this going for them as fast as they possibly can. I'm just looking to see. Man, you can't get much tighter than that. That Coca-Cola machine, it is getting a good push. Meanwhile, he's going to drop down. Dr. Pepper's going to be right there. He's going to see if he can give him a push. Well, he's back out to do a little bit of a block for the 48. They are back and forth. Dr. Pepper machine right there. He is now trying to pick him up. See if he can get up there. Like Jim Colmansberger. Taking a good look to see if he can get up in there if possible. All of a sudden, he's got the Coca-Cola machine right in front of him. He's also got the 48 right there beside him. And the 19. They're all right there. Take a look at the back end. There's Nate Webb's machine. We got the 9. They're all beating and banging, trying to get up there as best as they possibly can. Everyone's trying to give the guy in front of them a good shove to get him moving. But it only takes one mistake. We are at lap 31 out of 94. We got 4 more laps to go. Just take a quick look at the pit strategies. We got 23 laps. These guys are really pushing Nelson, Pickelsimmer, and Albert. If they're only getting 21 to 24 laps, they're on 23 right now. They've got to do 4 more. They may run out of fuel before they get to the stage break. So we're going to possibly see some cars coming in here for last-minute pit stops. This is going to get really goofy really fast. If these guys start locking it up to come into pit lane, they're not coming in this time by. Got to go around one more time. That's lap 32. So they've got at least 3 more laps to go before the caution's going to come out for the stage break. Jeremiah Nelson in the 48. He's back up in the front. Dylan Pickelsimmer dropped into second place. They are doing whatever they possibly can. But again, we'll take a look. Again, Nelson, Pickelsimmer, Haney, they are all on 24 laps. They are pushing it to the absolute limit. You know, again, when I was talking to the drivers earlier, they were saying that they're only going to get about 21, 22, maybe 23 laps to a tank of fuel. So, how much are these guys going to push it in order to get around here, to get enough laps in, to make it to the lap 35? We're on lap 33 now. They got to do 2 more laps. Is someone going to run out of fuel? Are they going to make a last-minute ditch attempt to get into pit lane? Is that going to run into problems? Somebody going to run out of fuel, going to fetch up in front of somebody? Is that going to be a problem? There's so many different possibilities here, folks. But everyone is running good right here now. Nobody wants to pull into pit lane. There's the 49. The 49, Alex Miller, he is up there. Now take a look. He's down there. He's pulling in the pit lane. He's coming in slow. Everybody else is still out on the track. We're going to come around the corner. Going to cross across the line for lap 34. They only really need to make it around one more time. There is, okay, say 49. He's just coming down pit lane really slow. I think he's coasting. I think he ran out of fuel. Quite possibly. Jeremiah Nelson is still up in front. They're switching lanes back and forth. Everyone's taking a look wherever they can possibly go. Coming down into turn 3. They only need to get across the line, but you do not want to run out of fuel either, because then you got to be towed back to the pits, and that'll cost you. Is anybody going to come into pit lane? Nobody's coming into pit lane this time by. They're all staying out, get the lap 35 in. So obviously they're doing better than 21, 22 laps. Because they're on 27 laps now. The top 5 drivers. And they're still going. But they got to get around the track to finish off lap 35 for that caution to come out. Alex Miller's in the pits. Robbie Stewart's still in the pits. They're coming around into turn 3. Are they going to be able to make it all the way around one more lap from holding caution? I'll tell you what, we're going to do better than 21, 22 laps. Obviously, we're doing right now. These guys are coming across the line. They are on 28 laps. There's your caution. We have the stage break out. Man, I'll tell you, these guys are really pushing it to the limit in order to see if they can get out there. There's the one. The one's coming down pit lane. A bunch of guys are going to start to come down pit lane because they are going to run out of fuel. There's the 12. He's got 12 laps left, that the arrow does. Nelson's coming in 28. Earlbert's got 28. Haney's got 28. A bunch of these cars are looking like they need to come into pits. So they're definitely getting better fuel mileage than the 21, 22 laps. So I don't know what to tell you, folks. It's going to mess me up a little bit. Parapop said, let's go, Pop. Oh, my God. the number 2, she's saying. But right now, everyone's going to try to milk their machine to get it around one more lap so the pit lane will open, so that way they'll be able to pull in and get some fuel. Because I bet you got a couple cars out here that are definitely starving for fuel right now. There's the pit lane. Obviously, the pit lane's not quite open as of yet. We're waiting for it to open. It's not going to open for them. No, pit lane's open. He's coming in pit lane now. There we go. Everyone's coming in. I'm surprised these guys made it the extra miles. I usually go in and ask the drivers here before the race starts to find out how many laps they're getting to a tank of fuel. But it just, it didn't work out here tonight. They were thinking that it was only going to be 21, 22 laps, but obviously you can get 28 laps out of a tank of fuel. We've had at least 5 drivers at least. They got 28 laps out of their tank of fuel. So we're looking 28 to 30 laps of fuel now. So I'm going to have to make note of that. Change that to 28 to 30. So that will be the thing to watch for moving forward. We're going to have to wait and see how this is all going to play out. As the laps count down, who is going to push it to the 28 lap mark later on during this race? All right, so we're going to see if we can grab onto where's somebody that I want to talk to. Let's go back and take a look. Jim Coleman'sberger, he's back there looking pretty good. He's in the 11. See if I can grab on to Jim. Hey, Jim, it's all right. Well, there we go. Hey, Jim, it's all right up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Not too bad, man. How's the race out there tonight?
It's not too bad. Going pretty good. Some people are making some, crazy decisions at times, as you've seen by the wrecks. But other than that, it's been pretty cool.
Right on.
You need help. Wherever you're at, you need at least 3 to 4 cars to make a pass. I mean, you can see whether it's top or bottom. If you don't have the right people with you, you ain't going nowhere.
That's right. You definitely need to run the draft here at Talladega for sure. I see that we're doing better than 21 or 22 laps for a tank of fuel. How many laps are you looking at getting now?
26.
26. Okay, because I know at least 5 guys did 28 to finish out to get up to the stage break. So I apparently you can push it to 28.
Yeah, it depends. Like that last set that we ran, I was out front, so I was just burning it up.
Yeah, that does make a difference too. If you're in the pack and you're running a draft, it definitely plays into it as well. But anyway, I got one more lap to go around, my friend. You got to get back in line. I'll let you go. Have a good race.
All right, thanks, man, and I wish you were out here. Miss racing with you.
All righty. Well, maybe one day I'll get back out there for sure. All righty. I'm having fun up in the booth, though. It's fun watching you guys.
Very good.
All righty. Well, Jim Coleman'sberger, he's in the 11 car. As you can see, he's right back there in the 9th position at this moment in time. He's looking pretty good. Now, up front, you got Michael Yarrow and Dylan Picklesimmer. They are on the front line of this race. Dylan Picklesimmer is in the lead. Looks like Dylan's going to pick the outside lane to restart. The 7 of Michael Yarrow, he's going to be on the inside. So that should be interesting to see. I know a lot of the guys have been running that outside line, so obviously they're all thinking that it's pretty good driving up there in the high side. So we're going to have to wait and see how this is going to all play out. Will the 1 have a better run, or will the 7 get off the line a little bit quicker? We really haven't seen Michael Yarrow at the front of this pack for a restart. So this should be interesting to watch. We'll see how it all plays out. Just going around turns 3 and 4 at this moment in time. Just went around there. Here they are coming into turn 4. They're all looking good, 2 by 2 by 2. Coming off of turn 4. Coming down towards the dog leg. The pace car is going to pull off in the pit lane. We are going to get this thing ready to go one more time around. We're going to go back up with Barney in the flag stand. You can see the fan cam. Talladega, we have big grandstands here at Talladega. Well, Barney's going to wave that flag, and we are racing once again. Michael Yarrow and Dylan Picklesimmer, they are racing for it out in front. They're door to door right now. It looks like Michael Yarrow's got a little bit of an advantage on that low side. He's got the 2. Brandon Sheets giving him a really good push. The Coca-Cola machine, he's got Jeff Gilmore right behind him. He is trying to make it happen. So it's the 4 cars up in front. Take a look, Brandon Sheets. Then he's got the Barry Twitchell in the 20, right there behind the number 2 Valvoline car. They're giving up a big push back there, trying to make it happen. It's 3 against 2, but it looks the thing. Jason Adams is trying to catch up to the 57 if he can get up there and be the 3rd car to give a good push. Jeff Gilmore going out to get a little bit of fresh air for his engine. He's dropping back a little bit. There's the 7. The 7 is going to pull away. Michael Yarrow, he took a look like he was going to drop up to the high line, thought better of it, and stayed down on the low side. He's got the 2 and he got the 20. They did a good job getting him off the line. Maybe they will do a good job and keep going and make this inside line work for a while. The first part of the race we were watching, the outside line was working really well. Don't forget the 18, Nate Webb. Nate Webb is back there as well. He's going to try to catch up. Take a look from his roof cam. He's got the guys on the outside. You can see that outside line has dropped way back. It's way back there now. It's all the inside line. There's Jason Adams. He's taking a look on the outside of the 18. Oh, we got the 11. We were just talking to him. Jim Coleman'sberger. He hit the wall. He hit the wall hard. A single car spin. Still got a green flag. No caution has come out. Jim has got the meatball flag on that car. Oh my goodness. Man. We are going to see if we can go back. We're going to try to back this up real quick. We're going to take a look and see if I can get a real good look. See what happened to Jim? We were just talking to him there in a slight interview. See if I can get a good chopper view. It looks like the 1 might have came up, got into the back quarter panel of him, possibly. Or actually, Jim might have came up a little bit. The 1 was right there. Got a little bit close. Might have hit, yeah, it might have hooked him. That was all it took. Oh! Right into the wall, that front corner, that front passenger side corner, right into the wall. That really hurt the front end of his car. I'll tell you, there's that front wheel. The front wheel's all damaged. There's the front fender falling off. Man, oh man, I'll tell you, that machine does not look good at all. See if I can get a better angle, but I can't. That front car, that front end is in trouble. That front wheel is not even turning. Not even turning for him. Man. All right, we're going to go back out to live. Go back up to live. We get the live action going. Oh. There we go. Lap 43 out of 94. The 7, Michael Yarrow, is still there. There's Barry Twitchell for the lead. He's got the 1 giving a big push. The 48's there. They are all driving away on the high side. Man, look at that high side line go. Like, they're just going for it. They picked up a lot of speed. We got the 7 down on the low side. Get down on the apron. He brought it back up again. He's back onto the track. The 2 backed off him a little bit. We are missing a few cars. You got the 9, you got the 8 is back there, the 49's back there. We split up the pack just a little bit. We'll go back to Jason Haney. Jason Haney's got a pack of 5 cars. They are trying to catch up with the leaders. They are right now about almost 5 seconds behind the leader. Barry Twitchell is the leader. He's got the 7 on the outside. There's the 1. There is, looks like Brandon Sheets right there as well. They are all trying to get up to the front as far as they can possibly go. Barry Twitchell's dropping back now. He slowed down a little bit. Everybody's going to leave him high and dry. They're all going to go to the high side, go out and around him. He does still have Jeff Gilmore right behind him. But as it stands right now, Michael Yarrow in the 7 for the lead. They're all settling down into single lane traffic. The 7, the 2, Nate Webb in the 18, the 24, Dylan Picklesimmer in the 1 on the outside. He has the 48 on the outside. 2-car run, trying to make something happen, and they are actually moving forward. They are actually moving forward. I'm surprised. 2 cars against the whole line on the inside. They are going for the lead. Doing a good job fighting for it. The 7 on the inside, the 1 on the outside. Michael Yarrow, Dylan Picklesimmer. The 1's getting a good push by the 48. There's Barry Twitchell. Barry Twitchell's right up there. He's going to try to get into this. He's going to try to push the outside line. There's the 18. The 18's going to give the inside line a little bit of a push. Jason Adams is right back there. He's trying to take a look. There's Jeff Gilmore as well. Everyone's trying to see where the best place to be in this pack to get this thing going. It's looking pretty good. The 1 and the 48, they've dropped back a little bit now because Michael Yarrow is definitely up in the front. He's getting a good push by the 2. There's a little bit of a bump draft there. The 24 and the 18, they're back there behind them. There's the 1. The 1's coming back up there. Dylan Picklesimmer. He's got a little bit of a run once again. Jason Adams is wavering just a little bit, trying to see, does he want to go out or stay where he is? Can't really go out yet. He's got too many cars on the high side. Here comes the 1 and the 48. Barry Twitchell as well. Don't forget Robert Chiswick. He's back there on the outside in that 6 Harley Davidson machine. He's out there trying to see if he can catch up, become a factor in this outside line, get them all moving forward. But the 7 and the 2, they are breaking away. The 1 and the 18, door to door, trying to see what they can get going. Take a look back from Dylan Picklesimmer's car. He sees Jason Adams in the 24. There's the 18. Take a look, though. He's trying to catch up to the 7 and the 2. Riding that high line. He's right there. Take a look up, see if he can get up there. He's catching up to the side of the 2. There's a good angle for you, folks. Coming right up hard. Right there beside the 2. He's got to run. He's got to get it done. That's the 1 machine, the Coca-Cola, going on the outside of the 2. The 2's got to go up, give a little bit of a bump draft into the 7. Got to give him another hit. The 48, meanwhile, is giving the 1 a good little bump draft, giving him a little bit of a tap, get him going, even in the corner. Give him a little bit of a run. The inside line's got a little bit better line as far as speed goes through the corner. But once we get to the straightaway, I think that outside line might be a little bit quicker. We're not sure. I seem to have lost my YouTube docs. We're going to have to bring that back up. There we go. Let's go 6. You're good, due for a good finish. That is from Sim Racer for Life, J1Y. Where is the 6? That is Robert Chiswick. Robert Chiswick's still up there in that front pack. He's right there in the 9th position, riding along with everybody else at the moment. But he is trying to get it done. There's the 27, David Neese, in that Mountain Dew machine. He's caught up. He's trying to get it going. But meanwhile, up in the front, these guys are giving and taking back and forth. 1 and the 7. Who's going to lead this thing down as they drive away? They are working at it. Going back to Chris Craft, he has got that pack of 5. They're still trying to catch up to the leaders. The leaders are still out in front, doing a good job. Then we got a couple cars back farther. We have the 49 back there by himself, I believe. Alex Miller. Alex Miller's back there by himself. And the 8, Fred Pennington. Fred Pennington's back there in the 8. He's got that thing back on the track. But Dylan Picklesimmer, he is pulling away. He got past the 7 finally. He's got the 48. There is Barry Twitchell. He's going to go on the low side. Talking about the 6, there is Robert Chiswick. He is on the high side, trying to get up to the front of this thing. Man, I'll tell you what, Robert's due for a good run. I see a few weeks ago, though, I believe he won a race there. I believe it was a short track race. 1 mile or 1.5. I believe I saw that he won a race. But right now, he is being left out there all by his lonesome. They are all just driving away on the inside lane. He needs to tuck it down there and get into the draft as quickly as possible because he does not want to lose the draft. These guys are going to drive away from him. If he does, he could be in trouble. He should be okay there. He lost a little bit of the draft, but I think he's going to get it back in the corner. They're all running single file now. There he is. He's back up with the pack here now. So he's sitting good as we get going. Okay, Dylan Picklesimmer, though, he is in the front. They're all single file once again. They all settled down. Now, again, being up in the front, pushing that air, he's going to burn up a little bit more fuel than everybody behind him. Now, whether that's going to come into play, I'm not sure. Again, we're looking 28 to 30 laps now. I think 28 is going to be really pushing it. They're all sitting at about 15 laps right now. So they're all sitting fairly good. But again, there's no more stage breaks. Lap 35 was it. So they've got to run the 42 laps to finish this race. They're all going to have to come in at least one more time for fuel. So 42 laps, if they can run 28 laps, they're sitting at about 15 laps now, so they need to get at least 10 more laps, 12 more laps. I'm looking at least one more fuel stop, possibly 2. They may be like 1 or 2 laps short. We'll have to wait and see. But if a caution comes out, throw all that out the window because it won't matter anymore. We'll be resetting the whole field wherever they come out if they have a caution. That being said, it is Talladega. So, kind of expect to see a caution. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to see if we can get up here with these guys. Let's see if I can crank it up, folks. Haven't done that for a while. We're at Talladega. Let's try out the crank up. Let's try this out, shall we? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You had a little bit of crank up action. It is the number 1 Dylan Picklesimmer, the Coca-Cola machine, out in front. Barry Twitchell, he is in second place. Jeremiah Nelson in third. Michael Yarrow is in fourth. Brandon Sheets in fifth. Nate Webb in sixth. Jason Adams seventh. Jeff Gilmore eighth. Then we have David Neeson ninth and Robert Chiswick in the 10th position. Chris Pfaff, he is back here. He's leading a whole pack of cars. He's got 5 or 6 cars, 5 cars in his pack. He's picking up, I believe, the 49 of Alex Miller. Possibly Alex Miller might be able to tuck in with the draft of these guys. Looks like Mark Kozik is going to pick him up, get him into the pack. I tell you, an extra car, as long as Alex can keep the pace, run with these guys, that'll give them that little bit extra speed that they need, possibly to catch up with the leaders. We'll have to wait and see how that will work out for them. Meanwhile, up in the front, the leaders are single file, and they are just driving away. They are cruising. Lap 57 out of 94. We are making something happen. These guys are doing an awesome, awesome job. Right now, taking a look, we're going to go back and take a look. Nate Webb, he's back here in the 18. Let's take a look. Take a look at a couple angles from his car. There's the roof cam. He's catching right up. Let's see if he gets up his nose up onto the back end of the tube. He's kind of losing the draft a little bit. Going to catch up and get it in the corner. Get down onto his nose. You can see him getting awfully close to the tube. Slow but sure. He's within a car length. Let's see if he can get up on the back end. Not quite going to be able to make it from there. Out his back door, though, you got the 24, Jason Adams. Jason Adams is going to get on his back bumper if he can. Give him a little bit of a run. Up in front, there's the cars right up in front of him. In behind, you can see the cars behind him as well as you look at his rear view mirror. They're all looking really good. Although nose to tail, all 10 of them. We got 10 cars on the lead right now. Again, the 11th place is Chris. He's got this pack of 5 cars, 6 cars now. He's dropping back a little bit. He's letting Jason Haney pull out and pull into the lead. Chris is going to go down, probably save a little bit of fuel possibly. We'll let Jason cut the wind for a while. Again, that will cost a little bit extra fuel being out in front of this pack. But it should work out for them. It should work out for them quite well, although they are 12 seconds behind the leader. So they really have got to get this pack going a little bit better than what they are. Now, Fred Pennington, you look out the rear window of Fred Pennington's car, you can see the leaders. Fred Pennington is going up high. He's going to let the leaders go by him. You can see the leaders on the inside. You're going to watch. The leaders are going to go flying by Fred Pennington. There they go. Fred Pennington is right up hard to that outside wall. Take a look. He's right up there on the outside. All the leaders are going to cruise on by on the inside. Now, I'm expecting to see Fred jump down. Right, here he is. He's going to try to get into the back end and see if he can drive along behind the pack, gets back into the draft, and make it happen for himself, because he needs to get these laps back. Because Fred Pennington, I believe, we're going to take a look at our tower. Let's take a look at our tower off to the side. Fred Pennington is 26 laps down. So, I'm sorry, Fred. I don't think you're going to make it, my friend. Unless everybody stops right now and you get to keep driving, you're not going to get onto the lead lap. 26 laps, you had a lot of repairs in pit lane. But hey, it's a points day. Finish the race, because you got a few guys that are totally out of the race, not racing at all. So you're definitely going to be picking up spots, even if you are 26 laps down. Again, you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen to any one of these guys. You can have another massive parking lot wreck that could take out another 5 guys, and that means Fred would still move up even higher in the points. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, do your due diligence, get around the track. Meanwhile, up in front, it is the number 1, Dylan Picklesimmer. He has Barry Twitchell right there on the back door. Barry's doing a good job. Barry's fairly new to this league, and I'll tell you, he's been doing pretty good. He's definitely doing good at Talladega. This is my type of track as well. Daytona, Talladega. I love the big tracks. I love drafting. I love sitting there. I don't do the best at 1.5s. I'm a little bit better. But as far as Daytona or Talladega, even Michigan, I love the big tracks. I just want to get out there and run full throttle, run the draft, side drafting, a little bit of everything. Absolutely, I think it's a ball. So I'm just looking at Barry Twitchell. Barry Twitchell looks like he's like me. He looks like he's enjoying this quick racing at Talladega. I'm just going to see who else is here. Zach Roggins, I already talked to him. Let's see if I can grab onto. We're going to look at Jeff Gilmore. Jeff Gilmore's up in the front. Chris Pfaff is back a little bit. I don't want to grab anyone that's really in. Mark Kotchett. Mark is back there. I might be able to grab on to Mark. Let's see if I can talk to Mark for a minute. Hey, Mark, it's up in the booth. Hard up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
How are you doing back there, my friend? You're not doing too bad. You're just kind of riding along at the moment, eh?
I caught a little damage in one of the wrecks, but I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm here and they're trying to stretch it to 65 so they can make it on 1, and I think I can make it. But I don't know if the rest of this pack, we already had 2 peel off from my pack in the back. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're sitting on your roof cam right now. You're just riding along behind the other drivers. There's a bunch of guys that just pulled into the pits. So if you can get around one more lap, that would be good for you.
Yeah, I got 1.9 left in the fuel. I'm going to try to go around one more time. Now, we'll see what happens, man.
What are you doing for a full lap run? About 28 laps now? 29?
I don't know. I never keep track of the fuel.
You're not the one to ask. You're not going to help me.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm not a scientist, man. I'm just out here having some fun.
Right on. Okay, Mark, I'll let you go. You get her in the pits, get the fuel, get your tires, and get back out. Win this thing, will you?
All right, man. Yeah, sure. Okay, see you, man.
See ya. That was Mark in the 33. I was talking to him. I wonder if me talking to him, did I make him miss his pit run? I hope he's got enough fuel to get all the way around, because he'll be cursing me after the race saying, why were you talking to me when I'm supposed to be pitting? And I missed my pit stall and I ran out of fuel. So I'll tell you, we got a lot of guys that came into the pits. They're all in, getting fuel, getting tires, so on and so forth. I'm just going to take a look, see if Mark can get around one more time. I hope he does. I really hope that I did not mess him up for his fuel window. He's coming around turns 3 and 4 now. Looks like he's going to be okay. But he's going to be a single car coming in. I see somebody's coming in front of him, though, so maybe he's going to be all right. There's a few cars that you can see they're coming in. Riding along with Mark, coming down to his pit stall. He's closer to the back, so he can pull in back here. All right, we're going to take a quick look at Mark. He's taking tires on the outside. He's going to take tires on the inside. No, he's taking outside tires only. He is back out on the track, full tank of Sunoco fuel. All right, Jeff Gilmore. Jeff Gilmore is now leading this thing in the 57. He's doing quite well. Now, that's the other thing, too, I guess I didn't mention is, okay, there's Jeff Gilmore. He's going to drop back now because he was just coming out of pit lane. Now the leaders, Michael Yarrow, he is back in the front of this thing once again. As I started to say, Daytona, Talladega, you don't usually wear out your tires a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of tire wear. Now, if you want to, for the amount of time it takes to fill up the fuel tank in these cars, you could take outside tires. So that's exactly what Mark just did. He was fueling up while the guys were changing his outside tires. So if he had changed the inside, he would have been into pit lane a little bit longer. So, again, You do not wear the tires down a whole lot. Talladega, Daytona, both those racetracks, they really don't wear the tires a whole lot. So if you're getting fuel, you might as well take the outside tires. It just works out. So anyway, that's probably why he only took the outside tires, and away he goes. Now we're looking at Barry Twitchell. Barry Twitchell had the one. The one just gave Barry a good push up to the front of this thing. Man, I'll tell you, Barry Twitchell's doing a real good job out here tonight at Talladega. I keep wanting to say Daytona, but it's not. Usually start the season at Daytona. They switched it up. We are starting this season at Talladega. It's a big track, same as Daytona, but I'll tell you, it's got the little different nuances that make it just that little bit different. And it's a little bit different just to say that you started your season at Talladega instead of the Daytona track. Now, Barry Twitchell is on the outside. He's out there by himself. The 7, the 1, the 8, they are all going to pass him on the inside. Don't count out the 48, Jeremiah Nelson. He's right there as well. There is Brandon Sheets. Oh, Brandon Sheets almost got in the back of Barry Twitchell. Barry Twitchell was able to drop down just enough to tuck in the line. I think Brandon Sheets had to lock it up just a little bit, or definitely let off the throttle. You can see him getting a little bit of a gap back there now. So he lost a little bit because he let off the throttle to let the 20 in. Didn't want to get into a wreck. Then we have Nate Webb. Nate Webb is back there as well. We only have 26 laps to go, folks. So we'll just take a quick look at the pit strategy. Your leaders have all got fuel. Looks like everyone has gotten fuel. Keith Hurlbert, though, man, I'll tell you, he's back in 12th position. He is on 32 laps. I can't believe that. How the heck is he getting 32 laps out of that machine? That can't be right. That absolutely can't be right. I wouldn't think, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, back up with your leaders. There is Dylan Picklesimmer back in the lead in the number 1. The 7's right there behind him. They're making this thing happen. There is Jeremiah Nelson. He is back there. He's in 3rd place. Barry Twitchell is in 4th. Brandon Sheets in 5th. Nate Webb, Jeff Gilmore in 7th. But he is nowhere near this pack right now. Jeff Gilmore is back here with Jason Adams and David Neese. They are 7, 8, and 9, but they are about 7 seconds off the lead. Take a look from his roof cam. You can't even see the leaders in front of them. They're about 7 seconds ahead. They are way, they're going across the start-finish line right about now. You just see the tail end of them in the distance. That is your lead pack up there, but they are a fair ways away. Dylan is out in front. He is pulling the rest of the pack with him. They have 6 cars. 6 cars in the lead lap, but we also have the Coors Light number 8, Fred Pennington. He's in the 3rd place right there, but he's 26 laps down, remember. So he is just riding along. He's riding with the leaders. He can definitely keep pace with the leaders, but he had to get a lot of work done on that car after being involved in an accident early on. So he was in the pits getting a lot of service work done. That's what cost him so many laps. However, he's riding with the winners, or the leaders, you might say at the moment. The winners, that's yet to be determined. It is Talladega. You just never know what's going to happen. 23 laps to go out of 94. We are making it happen. Take a look back there to Jeff Gilmore. Jeff Gilmore is still leading that 2nd pack. Then we have another pack of Jason Haney. They're trying to catch up to the 2nd pack if they can. They've got a little bit of a run to go. You can see them there in the distance. Get a little bit better view of the windshield than you do off the roof cam. Yeah, I would say you get a little bit better view. You can see them there in the distance. They're all trying to catch up. They are about 2.5 seconds ahead of Jason Haney right now. So Jason's definitely going to try to get up there with the 22 and the 19. That's Chris Pfaff and Keith Hurlbert. They are the three cars trying to get up if they possibly can. Now, meanwhile, back there, Robert Lawson in the 47. You have the 33 and you have the 49 of Alex Miller. They're all back there trying to make something happen. Now, Mark Kosick in the 33. I was wondering if he was going to find some driving partners, drafting partners. Definitely, he picked up that. So he's got the three of them traveling along. But right now, they're almost 30 seconds behind the leader. So they've got a long way to go to catch up with Dylan Pickelsimmer. Michael Yarrow is in second place. Michael Yarrow's just kind of riding along, taking a look at that Coca-Cola machine in front of him. 21 laps to go. I think Michael is sitting in a pretty good spot. I don't think he wants to really try anything just yet. When you get down to about 5, 6, 7 laps to go, I think that's when you're going to see a lot of action starting to happen. He has the lap down car, the number 8 right behind him, Fred Pennington. Fred Pennington's right there. So Fred Pennington is maintaining the pace. So I'm thinking if the 7 wants to go, he might be able to get Fred to give him a little bit of a push, get him going. But it's hard to say. Because right now, that Michael Yarrow machine, he's just sitting there pretty good. He's just riding along, taking his time behind the 7. Barry Twitchell, though. Barry Twitchell was up really close to the front. He was running in second place, running in first place for a while. So was the 2, Brandon Sheets. He was up there. The 18, these are all guys that you're going to have to watch. The 48 was your pole sitter. You know, these are all guys that we're going to have to watch as the laps count down because they're going to get something happening. I would have to say it's going to happen here, and we're going to have some fun with it. These guys are going to be coming in. Then they are coming into pit lane 1, turn 1, I should say, around the corner. Coming into turn 2. Onto the back straightaway. They're all running really, really well together. Like, there's no real issues for any of these drivers. They're all doing a very good job trying to maintain the pace and get around the track as a unit. They don't really seem to be really racing each other. 19 laps to go. But, like I said earlier, that's all going to change. You get down to less than 10 laps to go, you're going to see some movement, folks. You're going to see some guys out here trying to make something happen. And it's going to be possibly a little crazy. It could quite possibly be a little crazy once these guys start racing each other. And as it stands right now, that number 1 machine, he is sitting pretty in the catbird seat, looking really good. There's a good angle of the Talladega racetrack. You can see in the distance, way down the backstretch. Pretty cool photography we've got up here tonight. I gotta say, Whiplash SimCams gives me some really good camera angles. I don't have my Whiplash SimCams logo. There we go. We don't have it up though. But definitely Whiplash, there we go. Whiplash SimCams, I gotta tell you, they give me some really, really good camera angles. I do the AARN broadcast for them, and through AARN, I get to have some of these Whiplash SimCams, and I'll tell you, they are awesome. Speaking of awesome, Dylan Pickelsimmer, he is making that Coca-Cola machine look good out in the front of this pack. That Michael Yarrow, he is definitely got his work cut out for him. There it goes. Where is the 8 Fred Pennington? The 8 is going to pull out. That's going to make Dylan Picklesimmer pull out like he was going to go out and block. I don't know if he really needed to block. He didn't really have to worry about the 8. But the 8 is right there. He's definitely pushing hard on the back of the 1. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Michael Yarrow, he's dropped back a little bit. He's just kind of riding along, seeing what these guys are doing. Because he's not really in that big of a rush as of yet, I don't believe. Now, I'm surprised that Fred Pennington, again, he's so many laps down. He's up there running in contention with the leaders. And I think when he pulled out, I think Dylan thought that he was going to try to get a run on him. Now, Barry Twitchell's coming into pit lane. He's going to come in. I'm going to follow along with Barry for a minute. I believe that he just needs to come in and get some fuel, and he's going to be good to go. So Twitchell, he's got only got 15 laps on the car. Just got a splash of gas, full tank of Sunoco fuel, top it up, and away he goes. He's back out onto the track. Meanwhile, Dylan is still in the lead. He's got the 8 machine cores right there behind him. Again, that 8 machine, Fred Pennington, he is down multiple laps. So take a look. Yeah, Fred Pennington, he is down. No, I'm not quite sure. He's in 17th spot. I don't have the listing for that. Do not have the listing for that for Dylan, but I believe he's somewhere around 25, 26 laps down. So he's not in contention. 14 laps to go, though. Things are going to have to break here pretty soon. Now, the 47, Robert Lawson, he is slowly, with the 47 and the 33, they are slowly catching up to the guys up in front of them. Now, Barry Twitchell has gotten into the back end of that 27 machine. And the 27 machine, David Neese. So the two of them are now trying to play catch up. They are running in the 11th and 12th position now. So they're banking on the other guys having to stop for fuel, which is going to let them cycle through. Now, if they can get the rest of these guys to catch up with them, Barry can get the rest of these guys to catch up with them. Like, take a look right there. There is the Black Rifle Company car coming up really fast. Wow, there's Mark looking on the outside. Wow, these guys are all over. Barry Twitchell's dropping back. He's not fast enough to stay out in front, so he's going to drop in behind, and he's going to try to follow that 49 machine, I believe, Alex Miller. There's the 27 going to go up high. And I'll tell you, that 27 is fast, fast, fast. I'm surprised how quick he is, actually. Like, he went up by himself, and I thought he was going to stay up in front. I thought he was really going to step back, because he's got a fast car. But they let the Alex Miller, the 49 machine, they let him go up and take the lead. That might work out really well for them, too, because they'll save a little bit of fuel. If they're not leading this thing, they'll save a little bit of fuel in the draft. So they may need it, but they got 12 more laps to go. Speaking of which, Dylan Picklesimmer, let's take a quick look. He has got 19 laps on his car. He's got 12 laps to go. Can he get 31 laps out of that car without having to stop for fuel? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. 31's an awful long way to go. And if you take a look, everyone else is on 20 laps right now. All your leaders, your top 5 cars, are on 20 laps right now. And in order to get there, they got 11 laps to go. So that means they got to put 31 laps on their car. Initially, I was told 21, 22 laps. Then we're looking at 28, maybe 30, if you really push it. Now, that one machine, he's been out front pushing air all this time. That's going to burn a little bit more fuel. So I don't see him having 31 laps of fuel in that car. I mean, it's great to lead a bunch of laps, but you need to win. You need to be leading the last lap. Just a personal opinion. If you want to win, you got to be there on the last lap. But meanwhile, that 8 machine, Fred Pennington, is giving a real good push to that 1. But Michael Yarrow in the 7, Michael is just kind of riding along. He's riding the draft. He's going to do pretty good here. He might be all right, but again, 31 laps. That is a lot of laps for these cars all up the front of this thing. The 5 or 6 cars that are up in the lead, they are, yeah, we've got 5 of them up here. There's a move. 7 goes out around the 8. It's back in behind the 1. 9 laps to go. Man, I'll tell you, I'm sitting here wondering if they're going to have enough fuel, but I'm thinking that they're going to start looking at doing some serious racing here. And they're not going to worry about the fuel. They're going to worry about who's going to try to get ahead of who at what time. I think that they're going to go back and get racing once again. They're going to catch up to the guys up in front of them. We'll take a look. Dylan's cockpit, you can see lap traffic up in front of them. They're going to catch up to them. This could get interesting as well when Dylan has to start weaving his way around lap traffic. This could get very interesting as well. We'll have to keep an eye out. Looks like the lap traffic, the 27. That's Barry Twitchell up there as well, the 47. And the 6. They're all going to stay on the high side. Let the leaders go by. But again, these guys just got some fuel, so they shouldn't need the fuel, even though they're now a lap down. They're just getting past and get a lap down. There's Barry Churchill. He's going to drop into the rest of the inside line. And he's going to try to get up there and stay with the leaders. If they pull over, needing to get fuel, Barry might be sitting pretty good. We're going to have to wait and see, folks. There's just too many possibilities here tonight. Just too many possibilities. We have a good pack of cars up in the front now. That pack that they just passed, they all got into this single file run. There's Barry Twitchell, though. Barry Twitchell is seriously taking a look on the outside. He wants to run up there. He figures he's got the car to do it. Whoa, that's awfully close. He slid back in the line right in front of that, I believe, the 47? No. Take a look, Barry. Okay. Jason Heaney, Keith Hurlbert, Chris Pfaff, Jeff Gilmore, Jason Adams, they're all in the pits. They all just came into the pits. They're all getting fuel. There's the 33. 33's going around the track. So we got a bunch of guys all just pitted trying to get some fuel with 7 laps to go. Again, I don't think these guys up in front, the top 5, Dylan Pickleson, Michael Yarrow, Jeremiah Nelson, Brandon Sheets, Nate Webb, I think all of these guys are going to have to come out and get some fuel. There's the other guy. You can see the guys coming off of pit lane now. They were just in there getting some fuel. They got a splash of gas, and away they go again. But there's your leaders. Your leaders are going to have to pull in and get some fuel. I just get that feeling. But they are really pushing it. Well, check the pit strategy. They're on 25 laps. All of them are on 25 laps right now. Now, Hurlbert, I don't know how. He did not, somehow he's not doing 51 laps. I have no idea what's going on with that. Okay, there we go. There, everybody's coming in right now. Michael Yarrow, Dylan Picklesimmer, Jeremiah Nelson, Brandon Sheets, Nate Webb, all 5 of them coming in. They're all getting fuel right now. Now, how is this going to cycle through? How long are they going to be in? We're following along with Michael Yarrow. They're just going to pull in. They're going to get a splash of gas. I don't see anybody getting any tires. There's Brandon Sheets had to back up a little bit. He overshot his pit stall a little bit. That's going to cost them a minute. They all got a splash of fuel. Here they are. They're all coming back out onto the track. Jeremiah Nelson is the one leading this away. Then you have Dylan Picklesimmer in the 2nd place. Dylan Picklesimmer is just coming up on the back of the 48. These two were racing hard at the first of the race. They're going to finish off the race racing hard as well. Now, here you go. You got the Mark Kochik. He's got to come around. He's going to possibly get his lap back. I'm not quite sure. Don't think he's going to have enough to get in there. He's going to fall in the line with the leaders. We have 5 laps to go. The 1 is pushing the 48 hard. There's the 8. The 33, he's a lap down. But then you get the 7, Michael Euro. Michael's actually going on the outside. Michael's still out there taking a look in the 7. He's got Brandon Sheets on the back door of him, trying to give him a push as well. This is all coming down to fuel at the end of it. Everyone's got to stop in for fuel. 4 laps to go. Jeremiah Nelson is out in front. He is driving away with this thing. Man, these guys are all doing whatever they possibly can right now to try to get up there. There's the 48, the 1. They're all trying to see if they can get done, but the 1 has dropped down. The 1 has dropped down. He's way back by the 2 now. So he is back in the 5th position. That's going to be a heartbreaker for Dylan Picklesimmer. He was right there, but now he has dropped back. He's got 4 laps to go, though. A lot of things can happen here at Talladega. Look, they're all getting into 2 lanes side by side. There's the 1 getting on the back end of the 8, giving him a hard push. Giving it into the back end of the 48. Got to be careful here. They could wreck each other quite easily if they're not careful. They got to make sure that they hit each other just right, and they are sliding across each other's bumpers. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. The 8 is still giving the 48 a real good push. There is the 1. He's in 3rd place. We're actually 2nd place right now because the 8, again, is multiple laps down. There's the guys that are going up high. Got the 7 and the 2. We're going to go out and make a 3rd lane out of it. Way up hard against the wall. Thought better of it. They're all running in the middle lane. The 1's backed off of the 8. I think the 1's backing up a little bit. He may be thinking that maybe he can get a push from Michael Yarrow and Brandon Sheets to get a real good run here and get by the 48 of Jeremiah Nelson. A lot of strategy in the minds of all these drivers. They're all trying to pick and choose what they want to do. We have 2 laps to go coming around. We have 1 lap to go when we get to the stripe. Man, they are nose to tail, really pushing each other. We get across the stripe, we're going to have 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go, final lap. It's going to be checker or wrecker. It's not going to end. We're not going to have a green-white checker. We are going to finish this race, whether they survive it or not. We're going to have to watch, ladies and gentlemen, because this is just going to be crazy here, I think, at the end. Jeremiah Nelson, he's got the lead. He's got the buffer car of the 8 right behind him. There's the 1 of Dylan Picklesimmer. They're coming around turn 3 and 4. There's the 7. The 7's going to try to go high. He's going to try to go high and try to get up around. He's up there by himself. There's Brandon Sheets. Brandon Sheets going to go low. It's a race for 2nd position right here. Brandon Sheets, there's Michael Yarrow. He's going to get in behind, try to push on the back end of the 2 if he can. It's going to be the 48. It's photo finish for 2nd place. It looks like Dylan Picklesimmer, Brandon Sheets, Nate Webb, Michael Yarrow for 5th place. We're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. Man, oh man. I'll tell you, that was a close finish. Good run, though, for Jeremiah Nelson in the 48. He is sitting pretty, looking good. I bet you he's one happy camper in that 48 Ally machine. That Chevy Camaro is looking really good. Wow. Dylan Picklesimmer looks like he got a big dent in the center of his hood. He's coming down the end, but we have the 48. The 48 is going to come back here to the start-finish line, and we're going to see a little bit of a smoke show, I think. I think he's going to have a little bit of fun with it. I'm going to make a couple notes here, folks. You guys watch the smoke show while I write this down. There we go. Oh, into the wall. Don't ding it up now. You just finished winning a race with that thing. Man, he's having fun with it, isn't he? Bernie's got the front end view of this thing, just going around here, burning up the tires. Into the wall again. Just burning her down. Burning that thing down as best as he can. You can see him through the smoke of the tires. All righty. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a good run. We're going to see, I don't see, oh, there's Brandon Sheets up there. We're going to see if I can grab on the Brandon Sheets. Bring him down here. Hey, Brandon, it's Art up in the booth. Have you got a copy, my friend?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, man, that was a heck of a show going on there. I thought you might have.
That was a lot of fun.
I thought you might have had something for him at the end there. You were looking, I think.
Yeah, my initial plan was to push Yarrow, and then we just didn't have any help on the high side, and everything just kind of stalled out. And I just went for a hole on the inside and just hope I got a little bit of a run. Got me one position, but just a little bit short.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you, what did you find the whole track overall, though? Was it pretty good racing? Did you have any major problems, any car trouble at all, or was it pretty good all the way through?
I had a very clean race. I mean, missed a couple of cautions right at the beginning, but a very clean race. Just try to keep my track position, and then just try to. Me and Yarrow worked a lot together throughout that most of that race, just trying to find people I was comfortable with around, and it worked out. Got me top 3.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you, we're going to Charlotte next week, back to a 1.5 mile racetrack. So that's pretty much the standard going to Charlotte. How do you feel about going there from after running Talladega?
Charlotte's one of my favorite 1.5 miles, so I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be a good race. I think it's going to be a good run. All right, my friend, have you got anything to say to any of your friends or sponsors back home before I let you go?
I just appreciate you putting this on, and SRU putting all this together, and my teammates Chris Poff, Keith Hurlbutt, Robbie Stewart, and appreciate everybody watching.
Right on. All right, my friend. Well, I'll let you go for now. Good race, and yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you at Charlotte next week.
Thanks. Have a good night.
All right, you as well. That was Brandon Sheets, I'll tell you. Now we're going to try to grab on the Dylan Picklesimmer. He's sitting in the waiting room. Hey, Dylan, it's Art up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How about you? Got me?
Yeah,
I thought I turned that off, but I guess I didn't. Sorry about that.
I just heard the row going as soon as I brought you in. I thought you were driving. I thought you were driving away. Man, I'll tell you, that was a good run for you there tonight. You were a contender all night long, without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure. I had Jeremiah Nelson and Fred Jeremiah Nelson with me all night, and then we kind of got Fred towards the end. I couldn't save the field, so I spoke up and said, "Hey, I'm just wide open. Whatever happens, happens." And then nobody could save it, so we all pitted, and Jeremiah came out in front, so I figured I'd beat Dale Sr., and block for Dale Jr. and Michael Waltrip back in 01. I tried my best Dale Earnhardt move. Jeremiah got it done.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a hard-fought battle between the two of you, because you guys were back and forth all night long, without a doubt. I think you two were the biggest movers and shakers as far as racing each other.
Yeah, Jeremiah Nelson, I've raced with him for the longest time ever. You put me and him in a super speedway league or a race, and we kind of know what we're doing, so we're able to work together well. And I thought the 20 ran pretty good tonight. He was helping us get back up front once they gave that EOL to the 48. So I appreciate the 20, and yeah, it was fun. I won't be here every week, but I'll be here however many I can, So I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. Yes, Barry Twitchell, he's fairly new to the league as well. And yeah, no, I was mentioning that earlier. He was holding his own there for quite a while. He pitted a little bit earlier, and he got off the pace, and I think that's what happened to Barry. But I'll tell you, like, yeah, he was up there contending for a while. He might have had a shot at you there, but if he hadn't have pitted like different time than you guys did.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have mic'd up, I probably would have pitted with him, But I thought I was the only one that couldn't make it towards the end because I was like 4 laps shy. My teammate was telling me he could possibly make it. Then they all pitted, so I was like, okay, there we go. I got a chance, and I want to thank the 7-2. He did pretty good pushing tonight too. I kind of wish we wouldn't all saved at the end and just gapped them a lot. I think we would have been better off, But it worked out. I got P2. Teammate got P1. We're happy.
Right on. Well, we're going to Charlotte next week. Are you going to be around for Charlotte next week, or?
Unfortunately, I'm going up to the airport to fly out to Puerto Rico Sunday, so I will not be there next week. So.
Right on. So you're going to miss that one, but anyway, that's fine. No, I tell you, you finished second here tonight, and it's definitely going to hold your point standings, even if you do miss one or two.
Yeah, for sure. Sundays are kind of hard to make every week, but I'll definitely be watching from the hotel Sundays. So I'll tune in, say what's up, and I'm excited. I like this league. They're pretty good drivers, and I raced a couple of them last season, but Fred and Jeremiah now, they usually make every week. So they talk about how good everybody is in the league and how clean it is. So I'm happy. I mean, like I said, Sunday nights are hard, so I'll try to make as many as I can, but I'll definitely tune in to the ones I can't.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you what, we look forward to seeing you back on the track real soon, and yeah, see if you can get back up in the front again.
I appreciate it, Art.
All right.
I appreciate it.
You got anything for any of your friends or sponsors before I let you go?
I want to thank my team, Slightly Dangerous Racing, of course. Jeremiah, Fred, Al, he lost power before it started. They got a storm out there where he's at, so he wasn't able to race. I want to thank my wife. You got to shout her out, right? She might not see it, but she lets me do this stuff. And I want to thank you, Art, for broadcasting, man. I'm looking forward to going back and watching it. So I appreciate it. And the admins. I want to thank the admins and everybody that puts the league together. Appreciate y'all, boys. Have a good one.
Right on. All right, then. We'll talk to you soon. That was Dylan Picklesimmer. I'll tell you what, he did a good job. He was up in front for most of the race, and it showed at the end. There we have Jeremiah Nelson. You got a copy, my friend? Start up in the booth.
Yes, sir, Art.
I'll tell you, man, that was a hard-fought run there. Like you were back and forth and fighting it out with the one machine there. Dylan was giving you a hard time there. Walk us through those last few laps there, and what were you thinking?
Man, I had a blast tonight. It was really fun. But I mean, started off the race with a good stage win, pretty clean first 35, 36 laps. Had to go to the back, work my way back, and it became a fuel game, and I was trying to save. I know those other boys was trying to save right there where we wouldn't have to pit. And I could not save. I got it down to like a half a lap shy, man, but anything I done just wasn't working, and seen that other pack pit, and we're like, uh-oh, boys, game's on. And where I'd saved enough fuel, I was able to take less fuel and get out front, and had my teammates there, and I couldn't have done it without them. I mean, I wouldn't have won this race if it wasn't for Fred and Dylan. But real proud of the night. Everything went smooth. It was a lot of clean racing up front. Not no dumb blocks. I mean, everything was clean, and that's the 7. He was really fast. I want to thank him for racing us pretty clean, and yeah, I'm glad to be back, Art.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I've been a member of SRU for many, many, many years, and it is one of the cleanest racing leagues out there, without a doubt. I mean, being a broadcaster, I'm glad they brought in the stage break, because sometimes this can turn into a little bit of a snooze fest, and I'm sitting there just watching the cars go around the track because you guys are just too damn good. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, you guys, it was a good run race. Everybody was clean, and Yeah, I was quite impressed with it myself. Now, did you find you were burning a lot more fuel when you were out front compared to being back in the draft?
Oh, absolutely. That's why Dylan didn't have a. I had a shot to make it, but I could not get it under 1 lap. I was going to run at about a half lap. I was a half lap shy the whole time, but man, I'm excited with Chris taking over. I think it's going to be a pretty good league. I love running there on Sunday nights. It's laid back. It ain't everybody on pins and needles, like other leagues I'm in. It's a lot more different. But I love coming in here. It's laid back. Just a great time, Art. I love hearing you broadcast, and I'm excited, man.
Yes, it's going to be a good season. Season 19, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, as we move forward. I think we got 10 races in the season, 10 or 12. I have to take a look at my schedule. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, we're going to Charlotte next week, 1.5 miles. What do you feel about going into Charlotte?
I love mile and a half. That's my bread and butter, and I'm going to try to make all the races this year. It's summertime, a lot going on, a lot of family things. It'd be hard for me to be here every Sunday, but when I can, and I love coming in here and racing, man. I mean, kind of kickstarts the work week for me. Like a comfort thing, and just coming here and have a good time.
Exactly. I know exactly what you mean. All right, my friend, I'll let you go for now. And
One more thing.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you got anything for your friends or sponsors back home?
Yeah, I want to thank all the boys in Slightly Dangerous Racing. We all push each other to be faster and bring faster cars to the track, and teamwork, baby. We're all about teamwork.
Absolutely. All right, my friends. So we'll see you at Charlotte next week, and you have yourself a good week.
Have a good week, Art. Thank you, buddy.
All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jeremiah Nelson. He was your leader. He was the winner tonight. We're going to take a real quick look and take a see what we have. Jeremiah Nelson was your winner. Dylan Picklesimmer was in second. Brandon Sheets was third. Nate Webb was fourth. Michael Yarrow fifth. Jason Haney was sixth. Keith Hilbert was seventh. Jason Adam eighth. Chris Pfaff was ninth, and Mark Koscheck was in the 10th position. I'll tell you, we were at Talladega Super Speedway. We did 94 laps here tonight. We had 13 lead changes for 7 different leaders, 3 cautions, 8 laps total. The hard charger, Jason Adams, he came up 14 positions here tonight. Most laps led, Dylan Picklesimmer, 56 laps. He was out in front of this thing. Fastest lap, Robert Chiswick, 49.448. That's a good run for you, Robert. That's a fast car you had out there. And the pole position, Jeremiah Nelson. So he led this thing from the get-go, and he finished it at the end. I'll tell you what, we're going to set sail. We've got to sail our way all the way up to Charlotte, North Carolina, for next Sunday's race. We hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we will see you on the track very, very soon. Have a great week, everyone.